let's not waste any more time. So, of course, LeBron James will continue his NBA career. And he has informed the Lakers that they can move on without him because he will play elsewhere. No big shock that Rich Paul is the one telling that to the Four-Letter Network, LeBron's own agent. Pay attention. Now that goes into direct contrast as to what Ramona Shelburne repeated and put out there, that last July, Brian Windhorst and Ramona Shelburne wrote about a meeting where the Lakers pitched Luka Doncic on why he should extend with the team. Rob Pelinka brought a binder to present to Luka explaining how the team would have cap space starting in 2026 when LeBron James's $52 million salary came off the books. Okay, so who do you believe? Do you believe in Rich Paul, who is telling us that LeBron just wants to be happy? LeBron doesn't care about money anymore. LeBron doesn't think the Lakers can be a championship contending team next year? Do you believe that narrative? Or do you believe the narrative that Pelinka and them been plotting this for a minute and they knew LeBron was not going to be in their plans come this upcoming season anyway? Who do you believe? Let me know in the comments, because this to me is where the narrative games are being played. The Lakers jumped out in front of this, and Ramona Shelburne is very close with that organization and that front office and that ownership group. It would not be shocking to me if they put a bug in Ramona Shelburne's ear and told her, hey, look, Bron ain't coming back. Now, let's play it as if LeBron's telling the truth. Let's play it as if LeBron and Rich Paul and the whole Clutch thing is telling the truth. If you are the Lake Show and LeBron and his peoples, Rich Paul and all the rest of Clutch have informed you that Bron don't want to be there no more, then how do you as a Laker organization cover it up? How do you as a Laker front office don't look like you're on the cusp of becoming a poverty franchise? You go to one of the people that you trust in the media. You go to one of the people that you know will do what you need them to do on your behalf in the media, in Ramona Shelburne, and you have them, hey, remember that story I gave you about a year or so ago about us meeting with Luka? Well, let's run that back. Let's spin the block, and let's make sure we point out that we never had LeBron in our plans for 2026 anyways. Who do you believe? But now let's spin it the other way. Let's say the Lake Show is accurate and Bron and Rich Paul and them are covering this up and spinning their own narrative. Let's take that angle. Okay, so the Lakers have informed LeBron and his people, hey, man, it was a good run. We got that one bubble chip. We sold a lot of jerseys. We made a lot of moments. LeBron cemented his legacy. We will retire the jersey. We'll do the whole thing. We even drafted his son, and we made sure the son had a guaranteed contract. We all good here. You should take your business elsewhere, whether it's South Beach, back to the crib, however you want to do it. We are no longer in your services. Yes, we know you're the king, you're the chosen one. We're all witnesses. That's all cool and all, but we are no longer in need of your services. How do you, as Rich Paul and Clutch, who are trying to position yourself as the most powerful non-CAA agency in the world, especially in the sports world, how do you position yourself as LeBron, the king, the chosen one, was not just told to take his ball and go home by the Lake Show? How do you spin that narrative? How do you combat that? You say, all right, well, look, we're going to tell them you ain't want the money. We're going to tell them that you knew this team would not be good enough to win next season and that you're deciding to not return. We're not going to let them know that the Lakers actually told us to go away. We're going to spin it and act like we're telling the Lakers Nah, I'm good, love, enjoy, like we Future. That's what we gonna do to combat this. So again, who do you believe? Do you believe in Rich Paul, in his version of the events where the Lakers wanted LeBron back, but no meeting took place because Rich felt there was no reason to waste anyone's time? Are you believing that? Are you believing that LeBron knew staying in Los Angeles would allow him to earn the most money, but decided his next move could not be based on finances? That seems extremely convenient once you know you're being told we no longer want your services. That's like being let go. Well, I ain't like that job anyway. Well, they let you go whether you like that job or not. We want to believe that a return to the Lakers initially felt about 80% likely, but that number continued to drop over the following weeks. What was it, LeBron? The fact that they weren't bringing Marcus Smart back? Is that what drew you to rethink? DeAndre Ayton opting in? Is that what it was that made that 80 flip around the other way to 20 to now 0? Is that what it was? LeBron James told Rich Paul that his main priority was finding, quote, complete happiness at this stage in his career. What about LeBron James and everything that we have seen from the businesses, from the maneuvering in Hollywood, from making sure his son or sons get put on, for making sure everyone in his inner circle gets a chance to eat and flourish? Why wasn't he completely happy in LA? What was it about being in the Lakers or being a Laker at this stage in his career that no longer made him happy? Is it the fact that you ain't Luka? You're not the fresh new toy that the Lake Show gets to roll out every night and have the jersey sales go through the roof? It's not about you anymore? Is that why you're not completely happy in LA? Because Rob Pelinka knows who the future actually is and the present, and it's not you? Is that why you're seeking complete happiness? You think you're going to get that in the Bay? You think the Warriors are going to make you feel like it's all about you when Wardell is going to be right there? You think you're going to go back to Miami and the alleged rumor is you and Pat Riley have pieced it up? You think you're going to go back to Miami and be the guy like how you was back in 2011? You think 15 years later you're going to spin the block and go be Himothy again? When they got Bam Adebayo and the Nigerian Freak? You think you're going to go back to Cleveland and be that guy again? Who came back from 3-1 and stole a chip against the Dubs, who went 73-9 and lied? You think you're going to go back to the land and be that guy? At this point, if you are under the impression that Rich Paul is telling the truth, this is a lot for me to take and just assume that he's accurate. Now, truth be told, there is also a lot that I have to take within this Ramona Shelburne and Brian Windhurst article if I'm to believe that this is the truth. You mean to tell me that a year or so ago, Rob Pelinka pulled up on Luka trying to convince him to sign the extension after having him gift wrapped from him, after having Luka gift wrapped to him from the league and the Mavericks, if you know, you know. And Rob Pelinka, the genius that he thinks he is, already knew LeBron was not going to be in their plans in 2026. Rob Pelinka, who has not been the best GM, Rob Pelinka, who has not been the most astute at crafting and building a roster, I'm supposed to assume that he knew Bron was not going to be on this team in 2026? That's asking a lot. That is asking a lot. I find it hard to believe that LeBron James is telling the Lakers no if the Lakers actually wanted LeBron back, because LeBron's ego is as such. If he's been the guy everywhere he's gone, and he's made it a point to establish that he is the guy everywhere he's gone, what about 2026 makes you think he no longer is going to walk? He's going to walk onto the court, allegedly in the Bay or allegedly back in South Beach, and he's not going to think that he's the guy, I just find it hard to believe. You let me know. Are you believing more Rich Paul in LeBron's version of why LeBron is no longer going to be a Laker? Or are you riding with the more likely scenario to me of Pelinka and them were going to get LeBron up out of there? Once they got Luka, once Luka was gift wrapped, LeBron James' days as a Laker were numbered. And I know that's hard for a lot of casuals to have that sink in. But I think Bron and Rich Paul knew. They got their shiny new toy. They got the guy that will be their present and their future. They are no longer in need of the services of LeBron Ramon James. That is not that hard to fathom. It is harder for me to fathom LeBron walking away from the Lakers because he ain't happy.